Hi everybody, it's Michelle. Just wanted to let you guys know that today I went to my neurosurgeon's office for an appointment. I was able to have my shunt reprogrammed. So I'm sure you're like, what in the world does that mean? So I have a shunt, which is surgically implanted. It goes into the right ventricle of my brain, which is kind of like a big vein in the middle of my brain, hence the beautiful haircut that I have right here. And then the tubing, so the valve itself is literally like maybe that big, maybe super tiny, and it sits right about here on my head. It's about that. Feels kind of like a small bump, like if you were to hit your head and get a small bump. That's kind of what it feels like. And then I have tubing that runs, so it runs down the back of my head and then actually comes down, and this piece, I don't know if you can see it, that is actually tubing right there, and then it runs down into my abdomen and that's where my excess spinal fluid drains. So today I was able to go into the doctor. He sets a machine up to my head, and the machine uses a magnet, but it also uses sonar to connect with the actual valve, and the two of them somehow connect together with that sonar to see if it's programmed at the setting that we want it programmed at. So I actually asked my doctor today if we could record it so that other people could see how it is. And he told me, oh, but there's videos online that you can have people go to, and like, you're not going to badmouth us or anything, are you? Goodness, no. The only reason I would use it is so that I could show you guys how my shunt gets adjusted when I have it adjusted. So I will actually insert a little clip if I can. I have to figure out how to do it, so hopefully I will insert a little clip. Otherwise I'll upload another video right after this, and then I'll try and link it, but I should be able to upload it no problem. With the adjustment of the shunt, I was set at an 80 previously, and we turned it to a 60 this time, and hoping that 20 units difference is going to help. He also noted that when he touched around the area, I have a lot of inflammation within that area of where the valve is. That is something different that I haven't experienced before. So he recommended that I do a steroid dose pack. So basically I'll take like 7 pills of a steroid. I'll start it tomorrow, so I'll take 7, and then the next day take 6, and then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And so then after that week, then I will let him know if it helped or not, and if it did, then he wants me to continue taking an anti-inflammatory for 6 to 8 weeks around the clock to keep that inflammation down. So the goal right now is to keep that inflammation down, and we're hoping that with the shunt adjusted, that will help with my headaches that I've been having. Best way to describe the headache. It is a headache that is 24/7, and it feels like my head is going to explode. Like, I have so much pushing in on my head, but out at the same time. So I kind of like to describe it as if you stuck your head in a bucket, and then if your head was like a water balloon and you stuck it inside of a bucket and blew it up and your head was trying to expand beyond the bucket, but it couldn't, that's what my head feels like when I have a headache. Also with that though, I'm getting super sharp pains that are shooting down through where that valve is, and then it shoots down into my face as well. So this is something that is much, much different than I have ever experienced before. With the adjustment, I did notice a difference. I am very, very sensitive to pressure changes. The doctor said it's quite interesting with me, that I am so sensitive that I do notice the change almost instantly, especially if he's making the shunt work more, which is what we're doing. By making the number less, we're actually opening up the valve more. So the smaller the number, the more open it is, and the more it will drain. Let's see what else. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm hoping that I will get some good sleep tonight, and then I'll wake up tomorrow very well rested and, fingers crossed, without a headache and without like a hangover effect. I don't know if you've ever really had like a horrible headache and then the next morning you wake up and you're kind of like, that's kind of what I'm going through right now with all of that. So hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to wake up and feel better. Yeah, I also wanted to share too, I said that I was going to work on altering a Hallmark card that I had. I have a couple of them, but I was only able to complete one today. So this is the before of the card, and Hallmark had a, I don't know, an ad on Facebook and also Instagram where you could sign up and you would get 3 cards for free given to you. And these were specifically to thank people who work on the front lines. And since we're doing thank you cards for the angels, I thought this would be a really cool card to alter, make it a little bit more, put a little bit of me into it, so that then it could be gifted to one of the angels, or if somebody else wanted to give it to someone else for something, they could do that. So this is the before, and it's a beautiful card as is. I mean, I think all Hallmark cards are absolutely beautiful, but I took some of my daisy flowers that I have, and this is how I altered it. And these are popped up, so there's some dimension to this card, and it makes it a little bit more personal. And I like the phrase on there, what you do matters. And I added my little signature. I think the ladybug is going to be my little signature that I might pop into projects here and there. There is a little story behind that ladybug. So I'll have to share that sometime with that story. But so here is the before and the altered. And then as I complete the other 2 that I have, I'll share those as well. And I will attach a video here that shows the actual device, and I'll also attach a couple of pictures as well that shows just the device. It's in a suitcase, like a wheeled suitcase. It is super, super heavy, so it looks like carry-on luggage in a wheel that you can pull up the handle and then wheel it as you go around the office or whatever. So I did take a couple pictures of that so you could see it, and then the PA I asked her if she would video while the doctor did the adjustment for me. So I will attach this here at the end. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to ask. And then, yeah, hopefully everything goes well and my body adjusts, and hopefully I'll be good for a little while. Fingers crossed. Putting all the good vibes in the air, all the prayers and everything is accepted. So thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.